family events, children's education, inheritance tax, succession planning, insurance, protecting the family. All these things come into what I do. And it's kind of a holistic life planning service.
So
Yeah.
It's a good way of putting it. So a financial planner, is that the same thing as a financial advisor?
Yeah, they're interchangeable terms.
Okay.
I think financial advisor,
I think people...
there was some connotations that were linked to the old IFA. You know, the IFA, you think of, your local IFA.
Yeah.
Lives down the street, pops around for a cup of tea. Fine, nothing wrong with that. Loads of really great people that call themselves IFAs.
And IFA stands for?
Independent Financial Advisor.
Okay, just keep in mind, not everybody out there understands these terms. And
so that's Independent Financial Advisor, and that's actually a good point to make, because independence is another key thing in financial advice. I'm an independent financial advisor.
Okay.
Now, I wouldn't necessarily call myself an IFA. I would call myself a chartered financial planner.
Okay.
So I'm chartered, which is, you can do further qualifications beyond just being diploma qualified to call yourself a financial advisor. I'm also a fellow of the Personal Finance Society, so that's one step further again from chartered. So it's within that governing body. That's as high a qualification as you can get. Now, I don't call myself a fellow of the Personal Finance Society to clients, because that doesn't really mean much to them. Mm-hmm. But a chartered financial planner, obviously everybody knows what chartered means. It's a gold standard in your industry. And financial planner describes a little bit more about what I do around the planning aspect of clients' lives. Yeah. But advisor, planner, wealth manager, they all essentially mean the same thing.
Okay.
Just some advisors or planners, they align themselves to one or the other, and it's up to them what they call themselves, really.
So what's one financial rule of thumb that you think everyone should know, and why?
Save before you spend.
Okay.
And the why is because in today's world, and again, I'll probably focus this more on the younger generation, it's so easy to spend your money now, easier than it's ever been. It's way, you talk to the older generation and they say, oh yeah, you just spend all your money on coffees and you're spending this on clothes and that. And, we never did that when we were younger. We saved our money, we bought our houses.
Yeah.
Look, forget the fact that house prices are 9 times the average salary price, which is the highest it's been for 150 years.
Yeah.
Forget that. Young people also have to deal with this incredibly sophisticated system of marketing now that the older generations never had to deal with.
Yeah.
They're on their phones and their devices a lot. That is down to how clever the development of these devices and the technology has been. And now these algorithms create such tailored marketing for that individual person. Yeah. The other side of that screen are hundreds, thousands of the smartest people in the world writing code to create algorithms that take money out of your pocket and put it in theirs to buy things that you don't need. Yeah. It's very, very hard to fight against that because it is so tailored for you. You feel like it knows you so well because it does. It's been scraping data from you for years. Yeah. And that's why it's so hard to save now, because if you put saving secondary, the spending, so you think, oh, well, I've got this at the start of the month, I'll spend my money, and then whatever I've left at the end, I will save. It's save first, pay yourself first. And it kind of leads into something that, again, I talk about in things like schools, and there's a lot of people that think that they're just bad with money and that's it. Well, there's 3 things you can do that can really make a difference. And the first thing is understanding your spending habits. So spend a month tracking what you're spending, or just go back and look through your spending from the previous month. Do that exercise. Then go through it and work out how much of that spending was not needed, and figure out what budget you might have to put some money aside instead of those purchases that you didn't need to do. Yeah. And then going forward, your third step is to put that money into a savings account, ideally a pension, because you also get your tax relief. So if you're able to put just £100 into a pension, the government's going to give you £25 it grosses that up straight away.
Yeah.
Potentially, you get another £25 back as well if you're a high rate taxpayer. So that's an immediate uplift on what you put into your pension. You then also can't touch it.
Yeah.
Which is a key thing. You know, stocks and shares ISAs, cash ISAs, savings accounts, they're all great, but they're still accessible.
Yeah.
And if you are struggling with spending, then, you know, that's still there for you to take if you need it.
Yeah.
I say need loosely. So, yeah, there's a 3-step process there to help with the save before you spend for anybody that feels like they're struggling to get a grip of their finances.
Yeah.
Do that exercise, and the sooner you do that, the more that what you're putting away will compound and grow. And when you start to see that growth, it will bring it to life a little bit.
Yeah.
And that's when, you know, you'll thank yourself later.
See, I think a lot of people do make a lot of impulsive purchases as well. So if you do have money just lying around in your current account, cash in your pocket, what you see that interests you, you'll probably buy it without thinking twice.
100%.
You know.
Yeah, there's a little hack you can use where, you know, make sure you have you know, if it's a pension or an ISA or whatever it might be, try and make it easy to add money into. So, you know, if it has an app or an online account that you can easily top up. Things like that, where you've got purchases that are impulse buys. You know, you see a top that someone's wearing on Instagram and you think, oh, that's really nice.
Yeah.
Click on shop now. 1 click buy, that's easy, 35 quid. If you can stop yourself in that process to think for a second, think, I was going to buy that, but I'm not going to. If you really desperately want it, a day or two later, you know, I'm not saying don't treat yourself from time to time.
Yeah.
Put that 35 quid away into your savings instead, because it was gone.
Yeah.
It was basically gone at that point.
Exactly.
So put it away.
Exactly.
Put that into something that's out of your bank account, but you've still got it. It's still yours. You haven't traded it in for a jumper that you're going to not wear after 2 months.
Exactly.
Yeah, these little things you can do, but you've got to train yourself and you've got to work on it, because it's, like I said, it is not easy to resist the impulse. And of course, you know, we're in this world of instant gratification, and it's really hard to save now. And everything, you know, house, like I said, house prices and what it takes now to save to buy your first home is harder than it's ever been. It's all creating this worrying trend that younger generations are really up against, and it's no surprise that more young people are living at home with their parents than there ever has been, and that is going to have an impact on mental health. It's going to have an impact on their independence, and all these things are important.